Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Made a lot of mishaps, a lot of mistakes, a lot of missteps. Grown shit though is when you can recognize that.
Floss here, Next Generation Flow Fitness. We got my man Johnny here helping out this video. I was working with one of my baseball players this weekend, and one of the issues he's having some medial pain right here in his elbow. Okay, what happens a lot of times with the athletes when they're throwing, they try and snap their wrist way too much, and once they keep snapping the wrist, they'll develop a lot of tightness or tenderness here within that forearm. So they'll feel pain in the elbow, but that's where the muscle's pulling on, or where that tendon is. So you want to get to that meaty part of the forearm. Sometimes it happens in batters as well. So we were doing with our VooDoo floss tape and half lacrosse ball. Again, check out Kelly Starrett, Mobility Bod. He's got great stuff. I get a lot of techniques from Kelly and that crew over there. So what we're going to do is take the round part of our lacrosse ball and we're going to put it right where he's most tender. So you'll feel, depending on what position they play or what sport, sometimes you'll have pain on the outside, but we're going to come on the inside here for most of our pitchers and our baseball players. Got that round part down, coming right around, and cranking that tape on. Again, we're going to go about 60-80% winding tension on this, and just locking that lacrosse ball in there. Feels good? So far, so good. Alright, once you get to the end of the tape, you're just going to put it, grab a flap here, tuck it right under. Alright, so what I'll have him do from this position is just going to do some flexion and extension of the wrist. And as he's coming up and down, basically it's putting pressure on that trigger point, an area where he's tight, and he's basically flossing it through to try and relieve some of that tension. I'll also have him do some circumduction, roll the wrist around, and some radial and ulnar deviation, and try and break that up. How's that feel? Alright? Feels good? Yeah. Push it in there. Once again, I'll only do this for about a minute. I'll have him just keep going through range of motion, coming up and down and around. This is also good for some players where right before game time they just feel a little tightness, you want to get out real quick. You can strap this on and then have them go out and play. With any issues in the elbow joint or the forearm, always start up here, look at the shoulder, look at the hip. You want to make sure you check everything out. But I'll come down, I usually start here, see what's going on tricep, and then come on down to the arm. Any kind of elbow issues, I'm looking above and below the joint. So after he's done rolling out for about a minute there, or flossing it through, whammy. Taking this off. How's that feel? And you'll see they'll get a little range of motion here. They'll be able to move the wrist a lot more and stop with that stickiness or that tension in that forearm area. A lot of times we neglect the forearm when it comes to elbow pain. I find it's a huge spot. A lot of elbow pain. Again, the shoulder and the forearm tend to cause a lot of that elbow pain. Good?
Yes, sir.
So there you have it. That's how we release the forearm. You can do both sides. Again, the medial part, but sometimes on the lateral part there's some pain there as well. You set it up the same way and have them go through the same range of motion. That helps loosen up that side as well. Chris Flores, Next Generation Flow Fitness, my boy Johnny. See you guys next time.
Check it. Unbeatable force, insurmountable object. Both should have known better than counting me out. I'm from the projects. So if I ever do it for greed, indeed, something is wrong. Prepare for the future.